So this is my commentary for the movie I made called "Put on a Happy Face." So originally, this was designed as a very emotional um, movie. I started out with the idea of showing someone not in a happy place, um, and so I ended up with some scenes about taking pills, and the one about the razor blade, and jumping off a bridge, and I had one about drinking too much, and the one about the noose, and so those were kind of my ideas about what I had, and then it ended up the way I wanted to change it was I ended up having it trying to have a little bit of a happier ending. And my first kind of go around at it had it ending, being like a love story where he found someone at the pub or whatever, and he was happy from it. So I kind of thought that was not a great message, that you have to validate yourself by being validated by someone else. So I changed the direction of where that was going, um, and to more of a spot where friends can help you out when you're in a tough spot. And so I think the pivotal moment in this whole movie was right about here, where they invited um, the male star over to their table to kind of join them, and everything got better from that point. So I think that was a better kind of moral of the story for this iMovie. Altogether, we had a lot of fun shooting it, the four of us. So one thing that really helped me was the storyboarding. I made the storyboard, and then from that I was able to make a set list of everything that I had to go get and all the types of footage I was looking for, and about how long I wanted everything to be. So I knew if I needed 8 seconds of tying the shoes, that I'd probably need to record for about 30 seconds to get something that was useful. And so that was really helpful to make sure that I got everything. I did end up having to go back and reshoot the scene. Well, I never did shoot it in the first place with them taking off the shoes. This one right here. And then I didn't like the one I had of the noose, so we redid the noose of him dropping it. I thought that worked much better than just him holding on to it and not doing anything with it. I think the major part of this was the idea really kind of floated around the idea of the music that I had, and I think the music was very integral, and all of this is really what I started out with first before I did any of the footage, so I let the music kind of take me where I wanted to go. A few of the comments I got was about because he's better in the end, that the music should get happier at the end, and I kind of thought that was it was a stronger message that the music stayed sad, because even though he is doing better that day, that depression and the suicidal thoughts are something that stick with you forever, and it's not something that is going to change with you. Yes, you can be doing better that day, but it's always going to be something you have to deal with. So I thought it worked really well to keep the music the same throughout. Some of the other things I thought about when I was doing the like the flashbacks. I originally had these as like a vignette, and it was a lot darker than the rest of it, and I thought kind of the dichotomy of that's a sad thought, but the film was brighter, kind of brought that a little more into focus, that having it was kind of the opposite of what you would expect. So I kind of carried that out, and so instead of having fade to black at the beginning and at the end, I used a white background and the black text, and I did the same thing at the end, where I had again white background and a fade to white instead of a fade to black. And I thought that dichotomy was very interesting to play with throughout the whole thing. So everything kind of has a double meaning behind it.